Okay, we've got our top three finishers from today's Steel Commander Superbike race here at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. Our winner, Josh Herron. Second place, Cameron Bobier. And third place, Sean Dillon Kelly. We'll get started with Sean Dillon. It's his third podium of the year in what is his Superbike rookie season. Fourth yesterday with a jump start. Second today, or third today. You made a pass for the lead. Much better day for you.
Yeah, no, much better day. I was pretty frustrated with myself after that jump start yesterday. First time I've ever jumped a start, and I just got eaten up at the start. First lap was really far back, so it was a good day yesterday. Just understanding that I do have the pace to be up front, but you still got to make it happen. So I was really focused today on just hitting the marks and getting everything together. And I made some not the best start, but I made some passes up really early on, and just wanted to just be there. Like I didn't really want to get stuck with the problems here and there with how I was feeling. I just wanted to be there, and I'm really pumped with how I felt on the bike. Finally feel like I'm starting to connect truly how I want to with this BMW, and obviously still so much to learn. But I'm just super pumped that I'm up here on the podium with these two guys who obviously have so much experience, and I've been looking up to these guys for a long time. So to be up here is definitely a dream come true, especially at Laguna. And yeah, I think it's obviously just the beginning for me. So I want to keep on, building on this, and just thank my whole Top Pro Racing team. Thank my sponsors, OnlyFans, Palm Beach Police and Fire Foundation, and just my whole crew, my family, everyone that's out here. I'm super pumped to bring this podium to them.
For most of the race, it was three guys, and then Bobby joined in a little bit at the back. Were you getting pit signals that Bobby was closing in?
Yeah. So I knew he was there. They were showing me a small gap, which when they show a small gap, I know it means that he's there, but not close enough to a pass. So that gave me the confidence to try a pass in the last lap on Bobier. And I obviously tried to make a couple passes before that to see if I had a chance to fight with Josh, but I wasn't able to make it happen. But I still tried for that pass on Cam last corner, but I wasn't able to make it stick. But I tried, so I'm happy about that. But it was super cool, just all of us to be up there and setting, I think we're pretty fast lap times. That was really fun, and I think definitely my best Superbike race so far, but one of my best races ever.
All right, very good. Thank you. Second place today is Cam Bobier. He was our winner yesterday. Obviously a 5-time champion of the class. Is that frustrating when you're that close and you just can't find a spot that you could pass safely? Was that the case?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't quite have the pace I did yesterday at the beginning. We went with the 5 front today because the 3 yesterday was moving around a little bit, and I felt like that was the better option today. But I didn't quite have like the bite I wanted to on the edge of the tire. But I mean, regardless, I had a good bike. I just couldn't pass this guy anywhere. He was super good on the brakes, and he was getting out of the last corner really good. One spot I felt really good was going down into 2, but I was never close enough to do anything. So yeah, I mean, there for a little bit, I was biding my time, thinking of where I could get him as the laps went down, because he was setting a good pace at the front. And then Sean came by me, and then I had to try to figure out a way around him. And man, like once I got back on Heron's wheel, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything without taking a big lunge and maybe taking us both out. So, yeah, I'm stoked. Even though the wind was right there, I'm stoked with how I rode this weekend, how my heel felt. I definitely need to go get my butt back in shape. But yeah, congrats to these guys. Sean was riding incredible. Josh was riding incredible all weekend, setting the pace. And yeah, it's going to be a tight fight the rest of the year,
All right, well, congratulations. Our winner today, third win of the year for Josh Herron. He's established himself now as the points leader. I haven't done the math yet on that, but it's got to be a pretty decent little points lead at this point. 13th career win. How stressful is that, having these two guys just on your butt for the entire time?
Yeah, super stressful. I honestly think that, I don't know. I mean, who knows how it would end up. But with Sean being there, it kind of helped me a little bit because it got Cam a little bit distracted, or maybe probably got his heart rate racing a little bit. He couldn't just calm down and think about where he wanted to get me, because he has to think about who's behind him also. So it probably helped me a little bit. I could hear him every lap kind of just testing. I would assume testing where he's going to be able to get me. And I tried my hardest on the last lap to like protect the lines, but also not make the mistake of like overprotecting and losing drives. And I didn't obviously don't know what happened behind me, but obviously it worked out. And I'm just super happy to get this because it's huge for the championship. We've clawed our way back from a long ways, and the team really deserves this. We talked about it yesterday. It's been 30 years since Ducati's won a championship, and that just got me super motivated, especially because Faraci's here. Just I don't even know how that guy's still going as strong as he is. It's insane. But it's a huge motivation for me to try to get this win this year for him. And man, yesterday was like this. It was a reset. Like I just got this championship reset where, all right, we're back at square one, and I just got to take advantage of it. And man, we have 3 rounds to go, which seems insane. So yeah, just a huge thank you to the entire team. It was just an amazing weekend, and yeah, I'm really happy.
Was there any place on the track that you were more worried than others from Cameron getting past?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be able to get me coming out of the corkscrew, to be honest, because I never really felt strong there all weekend, and he seemed to have a really good run when I was behind him out of there. So on the last lap, just kind of hesitated on the corkscrew to, I didn't do anything sketchy, but just didn't attack it as much as I normally did to make sure I got a really good squirt out of there. Other than that, I could hear him every time. I felt like I was getting good runs out of 11, but I could hear him every time, like right at the start-finish stripe, somewhere around there. So I was nervous about that on the last lap because I didn't know if he was holding something back. Maybe I was wheeling more than him, and I didn't know. So I was honestly a little bit worried everywhere. There wasn't one spot that I really felt super strong. I just felt average everywhere. So I was just kind of on guard the whole lap, and yeah, it worked out, luckily.
All right, well, thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, no, it's obviously this whole season's been a huge learning curve, just getting used to the Superbike, the power, the electronics. It's such a different ball game, and I think I've gotten adapted fairly well. Being there from the beginning, but I still show up to tracks, and it's starting from ground zero. And even though I know these tracks, it's so different on the Superbike. We don't have the data, we don't have anything, so. Showing up is definitely, that's why you see sometimes my FP1s are pretty far back, but I'm trying my best to, climb my way through and be there. But I found something with the electronics. I understood something a lot better after the Ridge, which was a tough weekend, but I finished off strong, and it showed a lot. Already here, FP1, we were a lot closer. So I'm getting used to it. Obviously, it's everything's a learning curve for me. It's first season. I think it's expected. Do you guys even remember your first Superbike year? No, I'm joking. 11 years ago. There you go. But no, yeah, it's really enjoying the Superbike. I honestly do love the BMW, so I'm just trying to understand it more and more, and hopefully keep being up front and hopefully be fighting for a win soon.
Really quick, my dad, after Road Atlanta, or one of the races that Sean got on the podium, he goes, "Hey, whatever happened to that long-haired kid that used to come to our track?" I'm like, "That long-haired kid?" He's like, "Yeah, he was like 7, 8. I mean, literally the kid that just beat me in this race. Like, it's insane that, yeah. Like, now we have a generation of kids coming through the Heron compound that are, like, fighting for Superbike wins. So I thought it was really cool.
That's wild, dude. No shit.
Hey guys, I work with the track. I just have a quick question for you. Of course, with Josh and Cameron, you guys California boys, and then Sean, you said especially here at Laguna Seca. What does it mean to you individually? You could all answer this. Win here, get a podium here. What does this track mean to you? Just curious.
For me, I'm from Southern California, so Cam's got a lot more family up here than I do, but I still get the friends that bring the trip or take the trip up. But I got my first ever pro win was at Laguna Seca. My first Superbike championship I got at Laguna Seca, and just have a lot of good memories. My dad just bringing us here to the races when I was a kid. My dad showing me photos, sneaking into the pits, whenever he was in his 20s and stuff. So yeah, just a lot of memories for me, and so it means a lot for sure.
And same for me on the the family side. It's pretty awesome just having my family and friends come out and root me and my brother on, and yeah, it's a special place. I remember the first year I came here was in 2005 or 2006. Yeah, one of those two when Nikki Hayden won, and it was super hot, and man, I was a kid walking around, and it was amazing. And the same thing, I remember on my dad's old toolbox, he had like a 1990 something sticker of Laguna Seca, because he would come here with my grandpa and my uncles and stuff back in the day. So it's just a pretty special place.
Yeah, for me, it's a little bit different. Obviously, I can't really relate with the family thing. I'm born and raised in Miami, so kind of as far as you can get from here. But I don't know. I just connected really well with Laguna. A place that you always look forward to when just growing up. Laguna Seca is probably the number one track that you want to race at, and for me, it obviously still is for all the reasons. And the last 4 Supersport races I had here in 2020 and then 21, I won all 4 of them. So I've always had something with this track that I just really love, like the layout, first of all, but then also the atmosphere. Like I really, I think this is one of the best tracks in terms of atmosphere, weather. The fans today have been amazing. I think the best turnout so far. At least it feels like it. So yeah, it's a pretty amazing place, and it's pretty cool to just, drive 30 minutes and then be on the beach.